At this point in the project, I'm just trying to transition from this fairly fragile cup way far out from the headstock down to a very thin stem. And stylistically, I believe a very, very tiny bead will do the job well. I've enjoyed it in the past when I've made this piece, and that's what I'm going for here. And apparently my process to make a tiny bead is to make a bigger bead and then make it smaller. And then true up the transitions. That's what I'm doing with the small spindle gouge and skew here. And then some oil comes in. Now starts the end of the stem. I'm showing you some real time here. The pace that this project flows. But really this nearly 9-minute video happened more over an hour's time. Of course that included me moving you around and you being in my way. Spindle gouge, but that's kind of the key to making this project work, because pushing any or directing the force of your cut any other direction is into weakness, whether it's flexing the wood laterally or into that thin cup that deceptively looks as though this is just a simple between centers turning. Trying to keep this video flowing quickly, going through some of these poor shots here that still give you an idea of how the piece is made without boring you to tears, because you've got a lot of videos to watch today, I bet. The process is rather simple. Hew down the bulk of the material a little bit at a time. Start to shape a cylinder. Slow up and get a little bit more delicate each time. And your final cut should be with the tip of the gouge headed back towards the headstock. Trying to support the work as much as possible. And sanding and finishing the work as you go. So here we are back a little bit sped up. It's my first time making one of these steady rests, and you can see it's a very dramatic effect that probably saved this piece. The previous goblet that I made that's shown in the sneak peek video did not require one of these. Keeping this video moving right along. So once you get an idea of how the stem works, we'll move you along to the foot here. You can see how it's even necessary to support the work with 2 extra fingers while I move. Smooth out the curve a little, make some good transitions. Round over the top of this foot. Put a little detail in. And we're ready to part this piece off. Some sanding and finishing happened, but you've seen that all before. I didn't dare follow through with the parting tool, because it looked like it was going to whip about. the final piece. Thank you for watching.